do for you guys today is give you a little bit of help with your upper body hooping, meaning chest and shoulder hooping. Go back to my warm up and stretch videos and make sure that you are practicing isolations before and after you chest hoop, okay, and shoulder hoop. Make sure you are doing nice fluid stretches. Make sure you are doing some passing around the body, some overhead work gently, both before and after you do your chest and shoulder hooping practice. Don't just take your hoop, pick it up, and go to town on your back, or go rocking through these rolls. And you're cold. Your muscles are going to be cold, and you're going to pull something. Okay, so make sure you're following good protocol as far as warm up and stretch and a little bit of a cool down. I'm really passionate about developing strong hooping skills, not just tricks, but strong foundational hooping skills. Anybody that knows me and knows my teaching methods and style, they know that that's true. I could just go on and on about how passionate I am about getting your big old, a good size rock and hoop on the body and learning on body skills with that. Not a Poly Pro, not a HDPE, but a good PE, 160 PSI, as big as you need it to be, okay? Bigger the better. 45, 46 inch is going to be a lot easier to chest hoop with than a 42. So if you need a 46, do it. Then you can size it down after a week. There's nothing wrong in that. Nothing worse than trying to beat yourself up, trying to learn to chest and shoulder hoop with too small of a hoop. So make sure you have a big enough hoop. And you'll know if you don't, because, maybe just find a way to get you in a 46 or a 40, 46. And when you're, I can do this, that's the one you need for just a little while. In waist hooping, we get to use our legs for the power, okay? And that is not the same case as what we use to power upper body hooping of the chest and the shoulders. We do not use the legs at all. And that is why you really feel the intensity and how much you have to work. You don't get your large leg muscles to help you when you're up here. So that is a big reason why you really feel the effects. So how do we accomplish that if we're not using our legs? Where is the power coming from? So in the back push, okay, back here, this is why the 4 points are going to be important. That back push has to be super strong. Your back has to be super strong. So really, I just want to bring home a point again that you have to really learn things in order to allow yourself time to grow and just understand the movement, but to also develop the muscle strength it takes to get into this area of the body, okay? So I can't stress enough, if you work on your waist hooping and get it super strong, you're getting the cardio right there, okay? Because this is still a lot of cardio. But also, don't discount, all these off-body moves that I teach in the hoop walk. Because up here, when you're walking around and you're using those arms and those shoulders and that upper back, you're strengthening the back for what you're going to need to do when it comes to chest and shoulder hooping. So that's exactly why I teach things the way I do, to build the stamina. Another thing with chest and shoulder is that you want to use centrifugal force to help you, with a lot of waist hooping and other hooping. Besides, the fact that it looks pretty, centrifugal force, when we begin to turn, it makes things move easier, okay? So that's, of course, going to be the case when we do it up here or up here. I'm rolling in my hoop. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because I have had people want to learn how to do this standing still, because you can't use centrifugal force, right? That looks different than this. This takes a lot more energy, okay? So how do we get that energy built up? Well, again, you have to practice getting yourself to that cardio level, but beyond that, you need to stop using your legs. And this is where all this practice comes in, that you have to strengthen the back, let go of the legs, practice key concepts, and that's what I'm going to go over with you today. Your goal to chest and shoulder hoop should not just be to move like this, okay? It should be more than that. It should be the static hoop, and I love that people are wanting to do that, because it's a good thing for the body. But your goal should be not only to stand with your feet apart, okay? Because that's what we need to do when we're learning. That helps us. This is a lot harder, okay? A lot harder. But that should be your goal, to stand static and have the feet together, because that just looks good. And then you can do tiny little turns, and it just looks good. And then you know so good your shoulder placement, where the shoulders have to be, you can keep them there and let your arms off of your legs, okay? You can even hold your chest back. But you get there by doing all the foundational work and then some. Chest and shoulder hooping are a process, and the steps to get there start way before you ever put that hoop up in the chest area. You have to start with a strong hoop practice on your body, and also a stretch practice and a warm-up practice that includes strengthening and stamina building exercises. That's exactly why I created aRoundJoy Basics, which includes my 4 free waist hooping videos. I'm so excited to help anyone that's ready to get stronger in their personal hoop practice by building a great foundation.